Well, that is something I was not expecting to happen. Hey there, my name's Alana, and today we're gonna be going from this to this. Okay, back to this. So we are going to be doing a full face of Charlotte Tilbury makeup. And if you are someone who's been around my channel for a while, you know that I'm a huge Charlotte Tilbury fanatic. And if you're new to my channel, hi, my name's Alana and I have a Charlotte Tilbury addiction. So I basically use my YouTube channel as a way to justify it. So without any further ado, let's get started. So in order to lean into the full luxury arm of Charlotte Tilbury, we're making this a ritual. We're gonna start off with her Instant Magical Face Mask. Now you can use these 3 times. This is my 3rd use for this one. Super attractive. First one over the ear, second one over the ear, up here and up here. And then what I like to do is just rub it in to my face. And I'm gonna leave this on for about 15 minutes. And during this time, I'm going to get myself a drink and decide what I'm actually gonna put on my face today. So that is unfortunately the 3rd use of this mask, so it is going in the garbage. But what I am just gonna do is just rub it on my hands a little bit to just get any of the goodness that's left in there, you know? So I'm gonna be starting off with the Hollywood Flawless Filter, and I use it in shade 1. And I'm just going to dab this on some of the high points of my face. I don't mind if it ends up rubbed in around, but I'm not doing a full face of primer because we have the mask and the moisturizer already kind of prepping and priming my skin with lots of hydration. And I do find that if I put too much of this all over my face, then my face looks really shiny and it looks absolutely beautiful in person, but on camera, it's not my finest look. So we're gonna start off with our Magic Away Liquid Concealer. I use this in shade 2 Fair. There we go. Sometimes it's really hard to get that off. Just twist it up and the product comes out in the sponge on top. So I'm gonna put that under my eyes predominantly. So I've taken Magic Away Concealer, I've put it under my eyes, I've put it on the sides of my mouth, a little bit on the side of my nose, and a little bit on my forehead. So we're just gonna take the pointy end of a beauty sponge and just tap that in. So now we're gonna go in with the Airbrush Flawless Foundation. And I like to do about a pump and a half on the back of my hand. Now, one thing I like to do more in real life, less in YouTube, is mix in some Hollywood Flawless Filter. I find it just adds a beautiful luminosity to the foundation. But unfortunately, when I'm filming and I have all the lights, it just makes my face look really shiny. But that is one of those things that looks great in real life and not as great in camera. So I'm gonna use the flat end of my beauty sponge and I'm just going to work that into the skin. I find that because Airbrush is a thicker and more full coverage foundation, that it looks best applied with a sponge. I do sometimes use a brush, but I find it can be a little bit prone to streaking because it is more of a full coverage product. So now what I just like to do is pay some special attention to this area here on the inside of my nose and just kind of where your nose and your eye meet. And I just like to make sure there's some product in there to cover up just some darkness and also an area that is prone to shadows on your face, or at least it is prone to shadows on my face. I'm then gonna take just a touch more of the concealer. Oh wow. Oh, that just happened. Okay, so I'm not even kidding, as I was rubbing this into my hand here the last little bit, the sponge broke. I think there's not much left in here. Okay, that literally, do you see that? That just happened. I mean, if you look at where the pusher up here is, there's not too much product left in there, but okay. Well, that is something I was not expecting to happen. So back to what I was trying to do is I'm gonna take my beauty sponge and just a little bit more of that concealer and just place it on my eyelid to just really even out the color, because my eyelid skin is basically translucent and you can see all of my veins and purple, I can just see it all, and I don't want that look. It's not what I'm going for today, you know? Now, I am a Charlotte Tilbury connoisseur. I have used products in all categories, but for one. I've actually never used a Charlotte Tilbury brow product. So just really quickly, I'm going to be using my Benefit Precisely My Brow in shade 3 to just put some eyebrow action on there. But yeah, I've never tried her brow product. She does have a pencil, she has a gel. I'm very open to trying them, but her products are not cheap. And quite honestly, the brow products just don't excite me that much. So now that I'm done my brows, I do this thing where when I'm holding my brow pencil, I end up naturally just resting a finger on my cheek. So I like to take my Still Damp Beauty Blender sponge and just tap it around a bit to make sure that there's no weird texture left behind. Lovely. Now when it comes to primer, my favorite thing to do is to use her Eyes to Mesmerize in the shade Jean. And to me, Jean, which is now known as Champagne, is this just wonderfully neutral champagne that I rub on my hand. I just rub on my eye with my finger, and it just creates a little bit of a pearlescent base. And quite honestly, for an everyday look, I would just do this with a little bit of bronzer in the crease, and I do this on my eyes all the time. For our eyeshadow today, I'm using one of my all-time favorites, Exagger-eyes. I think this palette is just so beautiful. And so I'm going to start off with that champagne-y color, the powder, and I'm going to basically use that to set the Eyes to Mesmerize that we already put down. And I really like using Jean with Exagger-eyes because I feel like Jean and the prime shade just work together so well. And this palette, I love it for just a wide-eyed, open, but like slightly dramatic, everyday friendly, but also evening friendly look. So now we're gonna go in with the second shade in Large. For this one, I like to use a big fluffy blending brush, and I've got the Morphe M502. Again, just doing those little circles on the outside, and then that windshield wiper motion on the inside. I'm pretty sure I got this palette for Christmas last year from my in-laws. And then going back in with that brush, it's the Queen blending brush that I got in an Ipsy bag, couldn't tell you the brand. I'm gonna go in again with Enlarge and just bring it across the rest of my lid. So I'm really liking this color. It's just sort of like a taupey amber. Going back in with the larger brush, we are going to go in with Define down here. Then I'm going to take my MAC 239 brush and again take Define, and we're just going to drag this on my lower lash line just about halfway or so into my eye. Halfway in. You get what I mean. And then what I always like to do is I find I want that to just be the slightest hint. So I like to go back with my sponge. It still just has a bit of product on it and just sort of tap under it. And then what I also want to do is sort of clean up on the side here because I want this to be lifting my eye up. So I'm just going to tap that just a little bit just to clean up that line ever so slightly. To me, Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow is all about colors that just blend together like watercolor, just washes of sheer color that just make your eyes look big and fluttery and pretty. So I don't actually want a terribly harsh line, but I do just want to bring up that illusion. And then we are going to use our finger, which is my favorite way to apply her pop shadows. And this one is just such a pretty, like shimmery taupey gold. And we're going to kind of tap that in and press it and just really work it in on our eyelid. These shadows tend to have more of a translucent base to them, but they add just such a pretty just pop and shimmer on the eye. Okay, so now we are going to be using Feline Flick to do our winged liner, and she did recently-ish reformulate it, so I still have the old one. I just wanted to put that out there just in case. But the way I always do my winged liner is I pull my eyelid straight out like that, and then I start by doing the outer half. And then I do the inner, from the inner part of my eye to the middle to connect it. And then what I do is I take a look in the mirror straight on, and any parts of the eye that I missed sort of between where the liner is and where my eyelashes are, I will take this kind of this way, perpendicular to my eye, and I literally just stamp it on. Because what we really just want is it to be this endless, like from the tip of the lash all the way into the liner, just an endless black line, just so it's seamless and just gorgeous. So now what I'm gonna do is clean this up a little bit on top and then do my wing. A little more stamping to fill it in. So we're gonna repeat this on the other side, and then I'm gonna show you the next step that is just essential when I'm doing my winged liner. So the next essential tip in the way that I do my winged liner is I take a black gel liner. Now one of my favorites for the longest time was the Marc Jacobs eyeliner in Blacker, but I recently got the classic eye powder pencil in a mystery box from Charlotte Tilbury, and oh my goodness, is this thing amazing. It is one of the best products I've ever found for tight lining. So if you're not aware, tight lining is where we're gonna put eyeliner on the part of our eyelid where the water is, where our eyelashes come out of. It's kind of gross when you describe it, really. But we are going to take this sharp and pointy pencil and just ram it in there. So I like to, again, point it basically with a point facing at me, and I will use my pinky finger to sort of rest on my cheek. And I just basically, I go back and forth a couple of times in each section, moving the pencil in until I get all the way into my eyelid. So this area right in the center is where I feel like my eyeliner and eyelid is not that seamless black that we're looking for. So I'm gonna just work with the pencil to just cover up anything that I think is not helping the cause. And then I just go back and forth like this, sort of in this kind of motion 2 or 3 times. And you can already see, I hope, just how much more defined this eye looks. So we're gonna repeat it over here. And again, anywhere where my finger would have touched on my face, I'm just going to tap it in just a touch. Now for our mascara today, we are using Pillow Talk Push Up Lashes, shockingly also by Charlotte Tilbury. I know, a Pillow Talk product by Charlotte Tilbury. What is the madness? But unlike the rest of her Pillow Talk products, only the packaging is pink, the mascara is black. This one has a really, really cool wand. It's sort of flat on one side where the product can well up, and then it has little tiny spikes. So it's actually not my favorite wand shape, but it gives this incredible mascara look. So who am I to question Her Royal Highness Queen Tilbury? The other thing I will say is I was at the PR launch, it was on Zoom, but it was really cool. It was really fun. So we are going to just kind of paint on the product first. And when I do my mascara, I like to sort of put it in and then flick up to kind of just build in that lift to our lashes. And now that I think there's enough product on there, I'm just going to sort of jimmy it through and comb it through. And then what I want to do is really get that fanned out lash look. So the lashes that are closer to my inner eye, I'm going to push this way. And the lashes that are closer to my outer lash, I'm going to push this way. The ones in the middle, I'm going to push this way. And then hopefully those hand motions make sense, and then my eyelashes will look fantastic. If you've been around my channel for more than 12 seconds, you'll know that I'm not really a fake lash girl. I have them, and I never wear them. I wore them to my wedding, but on my channel, you know what? I feel like most of you guys aren't wearing lashes every day, and so I want to make a look that is a little bit more in the realm of attainable and possible for every day. And for me, I would look ridiculous if I showed up to work with fake lashes. Maybe that's not the case for your industry, but it is definitely the case for mine. So we are now going to do our other one, but you can already just see how much more wide awake and open this eye looks, which is definitely what we are going for today. So for our bronzer today, I wanted to go in with my all-time favorite classic, the Filmstar Bronze and Glow. This is the third one of these I've had. I've hit pan on it. I think you can tell it's an obsession. So we're gonna start with the bronzer, and I'm just using a big tapered powder brush. And right here, which is where you're gonna see the cheekbone, I'm just building in a soft contour. I don't like harsh contours. I am past that stage in my life. There was a time when I used my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette, and I just used all the shades in there, and I just really worked hard to contour the heck out of my cheeks. And I just don't know. I prefer the softer glowy look. What I love about Filmstar Bronze and Glow is that for me, this combination is perfect. It is so flattering. And the bronzer is matte, but yet has a radiance to it. You know, it's matte, not flat. It has a little bit of a shimmer to it, but it's not like sparkly or luminescent. It's like exactly what my skin needs, and I didn't know I needed it until I got this product. And as you saw, I already dusted it into my hairline, but I really like to do this because I like to imagine that I'm traveling and I'm going somewhere warm and sunny, and that the skin naturally kissed my face and my forehead, and maybe I even got like a little bit of a burn there, but I covered it up. But no, I live in Toronto, Canada, and I'm in a lockdown order. So I go outside like twice a week and it's cold. So we're just pretending I got some sun. Okay, so for our blush, I'm so excited to show this one to you guys. Allow me to introduce you to First Love. And it looks like nothing in the pan. I understand that. I get that. But it just builds up so, so beautifully. I've been using this for years, and it really is in a similar space to Tarte Exposed, in the sense that it is a blush that just sculpts and defines your face and just So I'm going to start with the outer lighter pink, and I'm going to start, and I'm just going to gently place it. I'm going to buff it in little tiny circles, bring it up to my hairline. And then over here, now there's a little less product on the brush, I'm going to do a circle on the apple of my cheek. And again, I'm just tapping it around, tap, and we're going to buff it in and then do that larger circle there. I feel like I just look so much more human than I did when I just had the foundation on. Okay, so now we're gonna take the middle color and just up. And we're gonna smile big and just concentrate that on the apples of the cheek. And then I'm going to just tap it through all of it and just whack it off, and just put a little bit on my nose because that's like trendy and cute now. And I don't know what it does, but I can tell you, I think it looks adorable. So now we are gonna go in with our setting powder. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder Shade 1 Fair. And I am using her little tapered brush that I got in last year's holiday set. I have like 2 minis of these brushes because I got one the other year as well. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do is just bring this under my eye just to help have that seamless. And then we're also gonna bring it on the side of our nose. We're basically using this as our setting powder. I'm gonna bring it into the middle of the forehead. And then I like to also just really bring it up under the cheeks here, just to, again, help with that sort of definition. Around the lips, and then just one more time under the eye, because you can just never be too sure. Then I'm going to take the highlighting shade from Filmstar Bronze and Glow, using the same brush because I'm lazy, and we're going to make a little C right here. And that's where that highlighter is going to go. And what I love about this highlighting shade is it's not blinding. It is just this beautiful candlelit, lit from within, just a beautiful glow, but it's just not too crazy. I'm gonna start by sharpening this pencil. But I'm a really smart beauty blogger, which is why I have my sharpener out. That is the quality programming that you are receiving today. I'm gonna regret that dramatic throw because I'm gonna have to clean it. Okay, so I'm gonna take Iconic Nude, which is actually my favorite of her lip liners. Sorry, Pillow Talk. And I'm gonna start on my upper lip here, and I'm gonna make a little X through the Cupid's bow. And then I'm going to line my lips. I'm gonna stop talking because that's gonna get difficult. Now with those lined lips, and what I should say, what I like about this one is it is just a little bit more like a neutral brownie pink. And we are going to use my favorite Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, JK Magic. JK Magic is on me everything that I wish Pillow Talk would be. So I would say that if you have a similar complexion to me and you found that Pillow Talk just doesn't flatter you the way you want it to or the way you'd imagine, check out JK Magic because for me, it's everything I wish Pillow Talk would be. It's in our Hot Lips 2 collection. Stunning! Look at that stunning case! And then to just warm up the lips a touch, I'm gonna use my favorite lip gloss. This is Sweet Stiletto. This is my second or third? I think I lost one, so I'm pretty sure this is my third. And I love her lip glosses. I love the formula. It's not sticky. It feels great. And what I like to do with this warmer sort of peachy color is just dab it in the middle of my lips. Do that a little bit and then just focus it in the center. And then do that very attractive motion I just did to bring it around the face. Lips, not around the whole face. That would make it a bad lip gloss. We want this to be a good lip gloss and just around the lips. So this is the look. If you can't tell, I feel beautiful, glowing, just love it. Love this look with nicely done hair. I'm obsessed. Used a whole bunch of my favorite products. So a couple of things I want you to know. First of all, the reason I wanted to use Airbrush Flawless Foundation today is because Charlotte has an incredible promotion on her website right now. It's running until January 23rd at 11:59 p.m. in the GMT time zone. And if you spend $135 or more Canadian, now this is available in the other countries she ships to, you just have to log into her website to see the price point, but it's $135 Canadian, and so I'd imagine it would be a similar value spend in other countries. But you spend $135, you then add this to your cart in your shade, use the code FLAWLESS, and you will get this for free. And that's why I wanted to use this today, because I wanted to tell you about that. I'm gonna leave some links down below to her website, so that way if you are interested in picking up this foundation for free, you can do it. And of course, any of the products I've used today I think are incredible and beautiful, and I would highly recommend them. But she's got a whole bunch of products. You pick what's good for you. I just wanted you to know that you can get this foundation for free right now. And finally, I have a giveaway running until the end of the month. It is my 5,000 subscriber giveaway, and one lucky winner is going to win this exact box here filled with Charlotte Tilbury goodies. So I'm going to leave the video where you can enter down in the description box below. Anyways, overall, I love this look. I think this look would be so, so beautiful. Any event where you're gonna be photographed, I think it'd be beautiful for a bride or a guest at a wedding, or maybe you're just getting ready for a Zoom birthday call. You know, I'm getting ready for my dad's Zoom birthday. It's happening in half an hour. So I'm really glad I got this video done and the look done, because otherwise that would have been a really awkward video. But thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe here at Classy on the Run. We love talking about beautiful makeup, beautiful handbags. If we weren't in a global pandemic, I would tell you I love talking about beautiful places to travel to. But we love all things beautiful, and we love finding ways to make those beautiful things affordable or to get the best value. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Mwah.